is official. That is right, the countdown, as I'm sure you've seen, has begun, and we are less than a week away into the start of Season 11 with a weekend launch for a season this time. No more on Thursday. I've got all of the official information that we know and details that a lot of you guys will not know as to what is going to be happening to finish off Season X, move into Season 11, and as I have heard directly from the mouth of Epic Game employees, Season 11 is the season to watch. It should be utterly crazy. If you are excited to leave Season X and enter a brand new period for Fortnite, smash that thumbs up button. Let me know what you're thinking down below. And of course, stay subscribed, as this week we'll get teasers, a live event, and a new season all rolled into one, which is absolutely crazy. All of it's going to be covered, of course, right here on the channel. So first off, yes, we do have an official date for the live event, and then also leading into the start of the season, which is very different to anything we've seen before and does match my predictions almost exactly. There is a live counter above the rocket which is being formed and created throughout this season. This has been like the big change, and honestly one of the only sort of big story-driven changes throughout the season, which is the recreation yet again, as we know, of the rocket, which we originally saw in the very first live event in Season 4, which is now ready to do its thing all over again. But what is it going to be doing for this season's live event, which will be happening on Sunday? The official time is 7 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. ET time. I'm going to try and put a load of different times on screen here. Thank you, Aaron, my editor, for doing that, so you guys can watch it. Of course, make sure your times, diaries, and everything is synced up and ready to go, so you've got alerts for that live event, which will be happening right here on the channel. As you know, I always live stream it. In case any of you are wondering, I'm actually going to be at a live event, Comic-Con for Kids in Philadelphia that weekend, but I'm going to be live streaming the event from the showroom floor, so if you come along, you can see the event, or if you're at home, you can still see the event on my channel. I'm so excited for it, and as we've all been talking about the rumors, the biggest rumor of them all is the lead into a brand new, completely fresh Fortnite map, leaving the old map behind after 10 seasons. I'm not saying it's official, but that is the very big theory right now. Now, before we get into the details and actual changes, which are really good changes you guys will like for this live event and how we'll be rolling into and what we know about the brand new season, there's going to be a few things leading up to it. Normally, we get between 3 and 4 teasers leading up to a new season. Now, my theory is, although each of the teasers give us an individual piece of information, they normally come together to give us a bigger piece of information. Potentially, they'll give us our very first hint as to an outline or something that could be giving us our very first look as to the new map for Fortnite. That's what I'm thinking. Either way, the teasers, if there are going to be 4 of them, will start. We've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the live event, and also rolling into the new season on Sunday. So stay tuned here on the channel on Wednesday for potentially our very first look if they do 4 teasers and do the typical lead up, which is going to be very exciting, no doubt, because in terms of the theme and anything else beyond that, we know it's going to be a Halloween covered period for this season, which in the past has seen werewolves, scary things, different like fairy tales and such, which has led on to the characters and also the skins that we've seen in that season. So that's a theory. Although if it's going to be as big as a new map and a completely new deal for Fortnite, they could move away from such a specific Halloween theme and just have their own brand new fresh theme in general. It's all open right now, guys. On top of that, as we know, this season's secret skin has been the scientist skin, and we should be getting a variable skin color in the form of it being white. That is apparently going to be locked through various tapes that can be found around the map leading up to the live event this week. You can enter the tapes into the big control center, which is just underneath the rocket in Dusty Depot, which will allow us to progressively unlock that skin. There should be about 6 tapes in totals. This has only been found so far by leaked in-game files, so thanks to the guys for finding that, and should be rolling out later this week, so keep an eye out for it. And typically we don't get an update the week of a new season because the season comes out on Thursday and an update's typically Tuesday, Wednesday. However, with the season happening a little bit late this time, there's still a very big possibility that we may get one more update for Season X this week. Keep an eye out for that. Now, moving into what to expect for the live event and the start of Season 11. For the very first time, we are getting the start of the new season and the live event crossing over pretty much at the exact same point. On Sunday, so this Sunday, the 13th of October, we'll be getting the live event. As soon as that live event's over, it's believed that all the servers will go off and the servers will go offline as they normally do for an hour or 2 hours or so, then come back online with the start of Season 11, all rolling into one, which is obviously why the big theory of the map being destroyed or something happening to it, and then the great reveal as to the new map leads us into Season 11, so there's no like weird time in between where we're just hanging around on the old map. It's happening instantly. What we do know about the live event so far is it's going to be focused around the rocket in Dusty Depot, but we know we've got also the cube on the map. The big thing also being the meteor near the rocket, which I think, by the way, probably won't hit the rocket. I think the rocket is definitely going to go off. And the theory rolling around at the moment is that the rocket could end up hitting or end up going actually inside the giant orb at the 0 point, which we've had challenges for available from the beginning of Season X all the way up to the end point. The giant orb at the 0 point is where we will end up as players as well, either being teleported to the Nexus, which you've seen in other live events before, or either being teleported above the map to actually watch its ultimate destruction as we lead into the new map. At the moment, those are the theories rolling around, but nothing is super official. Everything's still locked down in encrypted files. So the live event for the moment and everything that's going to be going on is pretty much on lockdown, which is good. I think experiencing the live event for the first time, not knowing what's going to be happening, is always the best way. Now, Fortnite have added in a few safety precautions, which is awesome. For those of the guys that join the event a little bit late, there's going to be several phases where you can actually still join into lobbies and still enter in during the live event happening and experience it from that point onwards, which is good because we've been on the brink of missing live events a few times. I know other YouTubers, streamers, and especially you guys out there have completely missed events before, which is not good. So this new system should allow everyone to seep in generally, even if they're a little bit late. But the best thing to do is probably join a lobby even 10 minutes before, just to make sure that you're in a game so that you experience a live event in full. And obviously I'll be covering it here, so if you don't want to stress and worry about that, we'll be experiencing it together here on the channel. And the big hype, the big thing everyone's talking about is a brand new map. I'm gonna emphasize and say that it's not been officially announced. Obviously, they're not just gonna tell us we're gonna be getting a new map. Fortnite like to keep things under wrap, but it is a very likely theory. At least a completely revamped current map at minimum, but the more likely theory is a completely new map. As we know, we've got the loading image of everyone saying goodbye to the battle bus and the battle bus going away. That is theoretically us being taken, or the battle bus trying to find another location for us to fight on. That is the idea that's going around. A few other ideas going around is the fact that the battle bus is going to be replaced completely, and the way that we've known about coming onto the map for 10 seasons now is going to be replaced as well. Huge changes, basically, is what to be expected with this season, and it makes sense. If they end up deciding that every 10 seasons is a new map, which, I mean, that would be every 2 years or so it's a long amount of time, but it would make sense to wrap everything up within a 10 season mark. And as soon as the 11th one starts, it's basically Season 1 V2. So that's why we're going to be seeing all of these big changes, so much secrecy at the moment surrounding it, and why it is going to be arguably the biggest thing Fortnite has ever seen in its 2 years of existing as a Battle Royale game. Now, there's one of two ways that Fortnite can play the end of a live event. Either they can actually show us the new map that we're going to be ending up on, or showing us what is going to be leading into Season 11. Or if they're feeling really mean, they could leave us on a massive cliffhanger and just all of the servers go off, we all get kicked offline. Now, we know that the time at which the season's gonna end and also the time of the Fortnite live event starting lines up completely, which is a little bit misleading if you are trying to join in the live event, and the servers should technically still be online, but will ultimately go off as soon as the live event is over, which normally is no more than, like, honestly, as short as like a 4 to 5 minutes, most likely. As soon as that happens, what will probably be happening is everyone will be kicked off of the live event, kicked off the servers, bam, downtime's gonna start, and as we're used to, which is normally happening on a Thursday morning, all of the servers will be taken off and the update file will roll out and we can update and then start playing Fortnite as soon as the servers come back on. People always ask me, when are the servers coming back on? How long do we have to wait? No one ever knows, not even Fortnite knows. I honestly think it's just a complete variable as to how long it takes people to update, how long it takes them to push all the files out. I don't really know what goes on during the downtime, to be honest with you, but we could be seeing a very long downtime, longer than normal, up to 2 maybe even 3 hours. So be wary of that. The servers will probably end up being offline for a little bit of time then, unless Fortnite pull out a magic card and somehow manage to make the servers go on a little quicker, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a busy day here on the channel. Obviously, everything that's new we will be covering despite me being remote. We'll be doing a live event right here on the channel. We'll then be covering the Battle Pass as soon as it goes live and unlocking everything as we always do, and then taking a look at everything that's new. If it's a whole new map, it's gonna be a big one. It is gonna be a big one, so definitely get ready for it. Though we aren't saying goodbye to Season X quite yet, I can't lie, mechs have single-handedly dealt so much damage to not only the Fortnite player base and the season in general that we have definitely seen. I think at the beginning of the season, I even said and looked at graphs and said, is Fortnite dying? And showed it on a downwards trend. And I said, as long as they fix mechs and do some good updates, it'll go back up. And they kept mechs in, it has kept them going down. As long as the new map, as long as everything they do is as big and as hype and as exciting as we are all hoping it is going to be, we could see a big turnaround, especially from Season X to Season 11. And hopefully that's what we're going to be getting, guys. If you want to check out leaked names that will definitely be coming in Season 11, be it on a new or old map, check out that video down below in the description or on screen right now to take a look at that, because there is, I think, like 12 or 13 locations and even more information. Make sure you're giving it a thumbs up if you want a new map in Fortnite. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are amazing. I'll see you right here on the channel for teasers, live events, battle passes, all within the next week. It's gonna be mad.